Okay, wanted to give you all a look-see at what we're going to take up with us for a cooking kit as we take an extended hike on the Appalachian Trail. We've combined 3 different things so that we could have either alcohol or wood-burning stove, because you can't always make a fire anywhere on the AT, and sometimes you just want something that's warm. So we'll get right to it. What we've got is, in fact, don't like labels, but the Soloist pot. It's got a bunch of other stuff with it we won't necessarily use. We've got a alcohol stove. It's the Trangia stove. You'll see that a little bit more. And then what fits in there, this is a solo stove. This actually, you can put sticks in here, and these holes make it really effective at giving you some heat quickly. So we're going to do this, but what we're going to do first is we're going to show you how you can use the alcohol stove with your solo stove, so that, let's say it's been raining, you don't have some little sticks, here's some alcohol.
What kind of alcohol does that use?
This, what we've been using is something called heat that you can get from the auto parts store. It's methyl alcohol. It turns out we don't have the bottle right here. We'll flash it in. We have about 1 ounce. We filled it about halfway up. And then you put the alcohol stove right in the center. Okay, and then we just need to light the alcohol. And this stuff is invisible, as they tell you, so you want to be careful. You may not think it's lit initially, and then it is. If you can see, there is a little bit of a flame. So you see the wood stove is going to be like a windscreen. We use our little pot. Here's the lovely meal we're going to cook. So it needs about 2 cups of water. We're going to go ahead and put in 2 cups of water. Obviously you don't want your pan on your stove without water, so that was enough.
So we're going to bring 2 cups of water to a boil. And it's going to start at, so we've got it going, it's 11, well it's pretty much, we'll call it, boom, 11:30. So we'll see how fast 2 cups of water will boil there. You want to cover that up?
That's a good idea. And the other nice thing about the Soloist is its top has some little holes that you can strain things in, which is nice. Oh, and I forgot. This that holds everything on the top, you can also use it as a pot holder, which it's now heating up, and I'm not going to chance knocking over our pot.
So it's been 6 minutes. It's 11:36 now. So 6 minutes to get it to a temperature where we can put the noodles in.
Yep, and I'm going to do the thing that you really want to have already done before you put your pot on the hot. Okay. Our lovely mixture.
So this is just basically dehydrated noodles and seasonings, probably what we'll be eating mostly on the trail. Sometimes we'll augment this with a...
There you go, that's a pretty boil.
A pretty boil?
That's a pretty boil.
It's not very good, it's not showing up because of the...
Make sure you get all that salt and seasoning. Lord knows we need all that artificial mess. Woohoo!
Okay, now it's supposed to bubble away for 7 minutes.
7 minutes more. So let's time it and see if in 7 minutes it's edible.
It smells good.
Knowing that we'll be a little desperate on the trail and probably eat tree bark if necessary.
You know, the thing with this here, unlike a regular stove, is you can't regulate the heat like you could with a gas stove. We could regulate the amount of the heat. Here we'd have to actually move the pot, so we want to make sure and probably not cover our pot so it doesn't overboil.
That's a hunk of burning heat.
This is what Chef Buck is going to be cooking most nights on the trail. Now at this point we could take it off of the heat and just let it sit, and it'd be fine to eat after a few minutes. I mean, if we were running low on fuel and we didn't want to use that much fuel.
Yeah, that's true. But it'd be good if we can at least leave it for 2 minutes and then let it melt.
And if it was ramen noodles, it'd already be done. So.
Yep. Ooh, that's some powerful heat. I think you're right. We're going to take that off.
The thing is, we could have this on there to regulate the heat a little bit. It would fit in there.
Yeah, the challenge is it's not really going to fit. What we're going to have to do. Careful.
That's a little bit. That's a little better. I'll leave that on there.
Oh, we're turning the whole thing off.
No. Go ahead and put that on there. Now it's not as much heat coming off of there.
And if we need a little protein, we'll put in a few of the Florida State birds, mosquitoes that are flying around us. Protein.
You sound like Paula Deen. Now this could be a Paula Deen dish if we threw in a half pound of butter right now.
That's right.
Okay, it's been cooking away for 5 minutes. Does it feel like it's tender enough?
Yeah. Let's take a look. Let's take a taste. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, well, let's get it off the heat and we'll let it sit for 2 minutes. So that was, from start to finish, it was 11 minutes.
And then all you have to do at the end is, take off part of your...
Alrighty, so here is our noodle dinner. Took about 11 minutes to cook altogether. About 5 to 6 minutes to boil the water, and another 5 minutes to cook the noodles. The combo of the Trangia alcohol burning stove and our Solo stove, which is a wood burning stove, which basically we're using as a windbreak or as a windscreen. And that's one of the ways we'll be cooking dinner on the trail.